Welcome in, everybody, to game number 5 of our EireBB season. The last one, infuriatingly, we got to turn 16 and had to... we didn't have to do anything. The server crashed and we lost it completely. So if you're watching this on YouTube, that's what happened to game number 5. It was 1-1, and the opponent was about to try and sack the ball on their turn 16. Was tough dice for them to sack, and if they'd failed, we probably had quite easy dice for us to score. So pretty frustrating because it probably would have been a win. But in the end, rather than replaying the whole thing, we settled for the draw. So yes, we got a draw, admin draw against the Athenians, which will not go on the YouTube run. So frustrating because before that we had won every game we played this season. EireBB, of course, the 3 losses were all games I just missed because I was away on my travels. So yeah, we could be 4-0-3. And in effect, 4-0-0 for this season. Instead, we got our first. Since we actually showed up, the first game we didn't win. I think this one's going to be very hard to win. This next one, we're up against Dementor, who's on orcs. Got a pretty scary-looking orc team. Oh, Dementor's here in chat. Hey, Dementor. And hey, Hindi. Did I say Hindi? Hey, Hindi. Hey, so salty salt. Hey, Phage. Shouldn't Dementor be doing some uni work? I think Dementor is only just out of bed because he is a uni student. It's a quick look at what Dementor's got. Some pretty nice anti-elf stuff going on. Lots of guard. Got the tackle mighty blow. 12 players. No Mr. Throw. No goblin because Dementor is far too serious for those sorts of shenanigans. We've got our Dark Elf team with an assassin because we are not too serious for those sorts of shenanigans. Actually, the worst thing about the last game getting lost because of the server ate it is it's the first game when the assassin did a bunch. We were playing as Elf Union. I had this assassin and I also took Hawk on Heartripper and spent the entire game failing to work out how the UI for multi-stab worked. So we didn't manage to do a multi-stab. But even without doing multi-stab, we stabbed so many Elf Unions successfully. It was incredible. So I'm very sad that the first good assassin game got lost. But what can you do? It is what it is. Let's see if the assassin can stab some orcs. I'm not hugely optimistic, but Dementor, I'm ready whenever you are. You did so much, Dukes. You did so many stabs. It was genuinely incredible. I think the stabs hit I think they missed once all game. You can probably find it on the YouTube, but it broke up into several parts because of all the server stuff going on. So yeah, it's too much of a mess to put it on YouTube, unfortunately. It's just too much of a mess. You can check on my Twitch channel. They might be there in the old videos. Because it was actually a double whammy. I've been blaming just the server. So the server broke at the end, but my internet cut out in the middle of the game as well. So I disconnected in the middle of the game and then came back. So my stream got interrupted. And then at the end of the game, the whole server fell over. And literally it was turn 16. It was so aggravating. But it happened to everyone. Anyone who was playing at that time had the same experience. So yeah, it's at least 2 videos because of my internet breaking in the middle as well. So one last look at those teams. That's us. We've got some blodge. This horrible team are playing at Dementors. With an Edge 2 Orc as well. He's not allowed to take Bomber. I hope he knows he's not allowed to take Bomber. Because EireBB only allows Bomber for stunties. So yeah, Keg is where the money goes. I think we take offense first here, try to get a successful offense, and then if it's a draw, it's a draw. But I think if we go defense first, there's too high a risk of getting pulverized. Guessing this is a random stand firm on Stumpy Subfoot. It's pretty nice random for an orc lineman. Nice against elves as well. Can lock down that sideline without getting served. I guess elves, I meant to say which elves. We have a kicker, don't we? So let's put the kicker on the bench so they can kick later. Let's live the optimistic life and try and stab an orc. You never know. It could work. It won't work, but it could. And let's see what happens. Hey, Danton. I wish, Danton, but I think this will be a tough one. Right, so we've got changing weather, but it's still just normal conditions. We will start, as we always do, with a failed stab. It's our team standard. Start the game trying to stab something and failing. Oh, we've done it second. Look at that. Double powers. Would have been double sixes on a stab. Just a push. Lovely power. That's going to be a 1 in 9 risk, so do we do anything else first? Don't think we're going to blitz this turn now, so probably not. Other than cover the ball, get the witches out the way of Mighty Bow tackle. Classic. One reroll down already. Not what we were hoping for. Not what we were hoping for. Maybe I should have tried to pick the ball up first. It's just a weird one because you roll the 1. Like, would you rather give up that hit? Like, that is less likely to happen than failing to pick up, right? It's a 1 in 9 instead of 1 in 81, so, instead of 1 in 6. So, I don't know. Like, the only way we had a block piece there and there is if we either use the frenzy, which would have got us in trouble, or if we didn't have this carrying the ball. I do want this carrying the ball because I'm trying to get it up to a stat. In fact, I'm a bit of a shame because we had at least 1 touchdown on this player, and I think we would have probably got the second one if it wasn't for the for losing that last game to the server. So yeah, just all around very frustrating that we lost that game to the server, to be honest. But what can you do? What can you do? Sometimes Blood Bowl 3 will be Blood Bowl 3. Can we go not red-blue, given they're orcs? We're both wearing green. I think this is okay. We're wearing a lot of white, so... So I'm guessing Mighty Bow hit here, but who knows? Oh, no, it goes after there. Goes after our stabber, afraid of the stab. Gets us down. Okay. Gonna probably have to dodge all of these. Not looking good for hitting. Can't serve either side because they've got this double stand firm. I'm guessing 2 random stand firm linemen. Both pretty nice, but I think because it still increases our chance of knocking it over, we'll go for it with the wrestle, with the witch elf. Actually, might not go for it with the wrestle because I think Dementor will stand on the wrestle. So let's not go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to go further this way. Good. That's not, yeah, you can't surf it, but extra hits are still extra hits, right? Like, it's still better to have more dice on it. So my thinking on that one. Dodge is good skill. Feeling super stealthy and white. Yeah, super stealthy, like just blend in bright white clothes. White and green. Classic sneaking about colours. Hey, Bryden. Did I say hey, Phage? Hey, Phage. I don't know if I missed you before. I'm sorry. I need to schedule my Rebel game. Where's Warecaster? Yellow Veritas. Beat you to it today. I did say hi. Okay. It's early. Random throw, learning how to play Dark Elves. Oh, don't know if you should watch here. We've done all right with the Dark Elves, actually. Had a couple of good runs, haven't we? I had a nice run with them a while ago as like a ladder team, and this is our second season of EireBB. We did well last season. This season, yeah, last season we finished second in our division. This season, we've won every game that actually got finished. I think this will be the first we don't, because I think between Dementor being a good player and these orcs being a tough matchup, but we'll see. You know me, I tend to assume the worst. I played them at the weekend and got smashed by a vampire team. Random throw, are you who I think you might be? If you're my opponent from the weekend, hi, and I'm so sorry. You caught the wrong end of those dice. The whole weekend, that was by far my best dice game, was against you, and that is unfortunate. I'm sorry. What did I do? I might have won 3-0 against Random Throws Dark Elves. It was a game where I could do no wrong. I had the very next game, I had every single kind of dice fail, but that game, it was like nothing could go wrong for me at all. Okay, so we will try to come back this way. This is definitely awkward and well done by... Let's have a think, actually. I was immediately thinking we'll just come back this way. But is there an argument for trying to free this up? That was just a guard, isn't it? We haven't got any guard. I really should give... I should have given Shirato some guard. I don't know why I didn't. That was a thing I was going to do. I think I just didn't. I always think to myself, I'll do it, like, I'll leave these things until I've seen my next opponent, and I always forget to do it. That is a rush, so we'll do it with the wrestler. I do not want to rush. Roll the power first time anyway. That's perfect. I'll get some width on this side. It was 3+3+ either way, so I think going over the top makes sense. Fails. They might foul that. Obviously, you've got a line orc right there. It's a pretty nice piece to foul. The only thing is, if they want to gang foul it, then you're going to give me lots of space. Hey, Ferret. Dirty, dirty vampire tryhard coaches. Who would do such a thing? Oh my god, I need to pick my team for NAFC soon. I've been saying I was going to do Amazons. There's a tiny part of me now that's thinking maybe I should do vampires again. I don't know. Vampires at NAFC, is that a terrible idea? Probably. I wish I could take high elves, because the worst part about NAFC is that the pictures have got the tiny squares on them, which fit older models, not the newer ones. So I'd prefer to bring my high elves, because they're the old models and they've got the smaller bases. But it's a very tier 1 friendly rule set. Pick vampires and win NAFC. Well, I didn't win with them with a better rules pack at the South Coast Champs, so I think assuming I'd win NAFC with them is probably a bit of a stretch. Okay, so no foul there, it was nice, and the blitzing just on the furthest forward. Okay. Dementor playing very maybe very overstating it, but like playing cautious, sensible Blood Bowl. The guard is such a pain, isn't it? I kind of just wanted to like go through there, and even if it's a 1 dice, go for it, but can't even get a 1 dice because of the guard and the strength 4. I think we're definitely going to want to dodge that and free it up. I think we're probably just trying to keep going this way and then have that dodge and free up. It's still near 1, isn't it? I guess we'd go 2 into 1. So let's make it 2 into 2. Thanks for the follow, Toxis. Where am I placing? Here? Let's not take a square off ourselves for no reason. Lovely power. Good. Hey, Toxis, do you have an Amazon team? Because I received 1+ code for that team. I don't need it. For Blood Bowl 3, I do already have it, Toxis. Thank you very much for offering it. I'm certain there are probably are some people in chat who haven't been able to unlock the Amazons yet who might want it, but I'm a spoiled streamer, so the Cyanide folks gave me the Warpstone to unlock it at the start of the season. But thank you for the offer. It's very kind. Starfair, I probably would have won. Are you coming to NFC, Starfair? To be fair, Random Throw, it was a surprisingly fun game, and I thought you did an incredible job of never giving up on it. Like, even as my dice continued to give you absolutely nothing, you still managed to pull off some uphill sacks and keep things interesting. I mean, yes, undeniably pampered streamer. Yeah, if there's anyone in chat who has wants to get the Amazons unlocked. Toxis is making a very kind offer.
I'm looking forward to these next few matches, Bob.
Where's the blitz? Go for the value with the tackle up here on the mighty, on the blodge sidestep, or are you two not wanting to give up the sidestep possibility? I haven't put an assist in there, so I'm assuming we're not hitting that one. I think we're going to hit here and just try and cut the team off, which also makes a lot of sense to me. Hargrim! Hey, Hargrim. Just a stun. We're doing pretty well to have not taken any removals on turn 4. Pretty happy about that. Hargrim giving us the sideline. Hargrim. Dementor giving us the sideline here. No, not giving us the sideline. I think we are going to try for that space, though. We could come back this way. It's just a long way around with movement 7. If we were wood elves, I'd think more about coming back this way, but we're not wood elves. Which obviously is a constant source of disappointment, not being wood elves. Not as disappointing as rolling double skulls. That's very not ideal. We're down to our last reroll on turn 5. Wishes I was a little bit thinking about handoff here. Yeah, it's not great, to be honest. I think that was worth a go, because if we get it out there, it's a nice way to get into, but definitely not putting a reroll into it. Where's the other stand firm? Here. So you've got the one on the floor here and the other one here. So it's quite hard for them to use that stand firm at the moment to get into squares that stop us from moving down a sideline. So that's one obstacle we've got past. They have many more obstacles to put in our way, but getting past that stand firm, definitely nice. Awesome. Thank you, Toxis. That's really kind of you to do. And stab, stab. We've tried one stab. Didn't go well for us. Doing my best, Ferret. Doing my best. With only one reroll left, it's a bit scary. Hargrim off to a cabin in Norway today. Oh, that sounds all right. 4 days of friends, middle of nowhere. Oh, jelly. Have an amazing time. Hargrim was rude to you, ban him? Never. Never. I mean, if Hargrim avoided a ban for stealing my throne, stealing my crown at Thrud, he's hardly going to get banned now, is he? I like the play here, actually. I think this is going to make life harder. think nicely done by Dementor to make this difficult. That edge 2 is a bit of a nightmare as well, isn't it? Like, we're going to have to make some dodges for this to get at all safe. Okay, that's a start. I'd like to do that one, but probably have to do that one first. Oh, this one's just standing here doing nothing. We should move you. Where is the blitz? Really should have asked myself that question before I started doing anything else. Could do the uphill blitz here, because the best place for this would be to go through. Might do that as my last action. Good. Nope. Have to live with that. So they definitely have a 1 dice on this because of this being edge 2+. Hopefully it's hard enough for them to get a 2 dice. Might have a surprise for me. Depends on a few things. Oh my god. I'm excited now. When do I find out? Off to the sea, Lady Veritas. Oh, amazing. Everyone's having great trips. Off to the sea, off to a cabin. Jealous. I mean, I live close enough to the sea. I might go there later now, but... Got a Blood Bowl game to do first. I can DM the details if you want to know now, but I can also keep it a secret until I know everything. Oh! You tease, Hargrim, you tease. I feel like I have to let you make that decision, whichever you think is more fun, because I don't know what it is. So these are no thrower orcs, and I have 11 players. I think the play here is to score and trust myself to do a 2-turn defense. Kind of want to try and serve something first, but it's all dice that I think I shouldn't roll. I think I don't even want to risk a double skull because I've only got 1 reroll left, so I think I just score. Like, we've got kick skill, they haven't got a thrower. I think at some point you got to back yourself a bit. Can use the sidestep for the chevrons to be annoying. needs to be in the middle. We don't really care if that one dies, do we? Like in some ways we want it to die, sorry, at least, because it's all TV cost. Fine, Tree, it'll stay a secret until I know everything I need to know. Ugh. See, by letting you make the choice, I guaranteed that I could make you think it was the wrong choice, whatever you did. I hope it's good news. The fact that you're sort of teasing it as a secret means it's probably something good, which is great. So, here's the question. How long do you think it'll be until you know everything? How long of a lead-in are we talking? A few weeks. I can wait a few weeks. It would be a shame, wouldn't it, if Hargreave just has some terrible news to share. It'd be a bit awkward. Not a great kick, but it would be nice to have been back there somewhere. So they've gone for regular orc to pick it up back here and the edge 2+ up here. Okay. So they've got the knockdowns they need to make the gap for the first one just to go through. This is not the edge 2+1. The edge 2+1, I guess, is going to have to do some dodging. Which maybe that makes sense, right? Like, make the edge 2+1 do some dodges where these ones don't. Just a push here. They were definitely hoping for a knockdown on this, because they want that one to run through. Now you obstructed it a little bit. Thinking about the reroll, double skull would be... Well, double skull would mean you don't score. Just why they're having a long think about it. Lives with the push and pushes here. Maybe we're going to blitz. No, we're going to take that. So that one's now not going through. Does get a removal. We now have fewer players that can get into scoring range. Are we blitzing here with a tackle? Nice piece to hit. It's not going to give him loads of scoring threats, but he can have at least a couple still. Yeah. No knockdown there. Lives with it. Does a rush, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. That's in range. And I feel like it's just going to be 2 players in range. Unless they're going to roll some good dice on this big in here. Gets the pickup. Fails a rush. Makes a rush. Makes the 2+ catch. That answers question number 2, is whether they're going to keep it back there or here. So that's in range. Now I'm going to try and get a cage on it. It's going to be hard. One push takes it out of range. Fails first rush. Gets that. Okay, it's making it harder. Makes it harder again. Okay, yeah. Definitely has more made it harder. I was really hoping to hit this and base this up. It's just now hard. Could do a 1 dice into a red dice there, which would open it up if we hit, but it's a pretty scary 1 dice. Oh wait, hang on, we can make that a 2 dice. Okay. So now we have a dice on the ball. I think knowing that like a push is good enough. I'm definitely interested in that. Push it is.
Surrounded by adversaries like that, I hope he knows what he's doing.
So there may be a chain push. But it's some work for sure. Hey, Bloodborne. Thanks for the raid. Hope you had a fun stream this morning. And good guy Martin with the prime sub. 42 months with the weirdos. Oh, they've got the chain push. Yeah, nicely done. Maybe that was too easy. Ah, boo. Made that too easy. Made that too easy for them. Damn it. Well done, Dementor. Well spotted. I figured there probably was a chain push in there. I didn't realise it was quite as easy as that. It's a shame. I should have looked closer. Nice, Babana. Hey, Tactical Nuclear Penguin and Dark Fairy Sylvian and DRP. I had a big end die. Ugh. We definitely keep taking deep again, don't we? It's the kick we wanted last time. rolled 1 on the brilliant coaching. So there's no brilliant coaching going on here, apparently. Distinctly mediocre coaching. That's all they're getting. Hey, EireBB. Retreat is good for us. That means we can potentially get some pressure on this and stop them from having early movement forward. It's sensible by Dementor, but it's still good for us. That's what the kick doing its job helps with. This is really nice positioning, though, because this stops us from splitting their team as we do it. Really like this. This is something that you won't see against lots of coaches, is this sort of actual planning to stop the elves from just coming and cutting the team in two. So, Dementor, good at Bloodfall. We knew this. Still worth acknowledging. Because now he's given himself a path to come back here and reconnect his team, right? Like what I like to do as the elves is to cut them in half. But he's given himself a path to come back round. And I'm actually wondering if I should be super aggressive as a result and try and cut anyway. It's a bunch of dice to do it. We definitely bring... I like that there. I want to close that as tight as I can. Could hit here. I think that's not enough. I think it's got to be the aggressive line if we're doing it. But that is aggressive though. It's a lot of dice. I think I'm not prepared to be that aggressive just yet. Just trying to make them make a couple of decisions here on their way to stabilising. Don't love doing the half-hearted basing, and maybe it's a mistake because it's just giving up hits, but trying to make them just pull at the edges of their formation a little bit, see if there's a gap we can make. Did think about doing this all the way up here and basing them, because if that gets hit and doesn't get knocked down, it really is a bit of a pain, but also if it gets hit and just gets powered, it's a really good piece to lose, so bit of a trickier one. Maybe a better play would have been to put a sidestep on one of those. We could have at least just like hooked something on the edge. It's really hard to get an orc ball once it's in a big cage like this, which is why you try and pressure it before it gets into the cage. But again, Dementor did like really good positioning to not give us that chance to split the team, which is not a given. Plenty of coaches will give you those chances. I can move to the witch, okay. Makes sense, which is good. That is done. There is a way to open a dice on the ball here. Base there and there. Power that. Push it out the way. Oh, no, stand firm. There would be if it wasn't for stand firm. That was just seeing if we get a lucky power, which would have opened something up, which didn't happen. But I think the stab there would do enough even if it worked, so let's not do that. What do we want to do there? It's all good positioning, like he's used his guard well. We've only got one dice everywhere. Which is obviously not what we're looking for. Or we take 2 dice on stand firm, which is not what we're looking for. Hey, Lady Livy. Looks like Dementor's going to push. Might have to leave a couple of orcs behind here. Like obviously you've got 1 tied on 2 here. You've got the big in here, but that could dodge. Not that could dodge, but I doubt it will. This feels like a little bit of a gamble. Like this body's in the way. This is slightly deliberate, leaving some of those players down. But with guard, I guess you can make it pretty safe. Possible foul on someone. Okay, yeah, there's enough space, I guess. Based cage, but not in a dangerous way.
They are down and surrounded by the opposing team. This isn't a good coach. Always uses
Lovely.
the right player, right job.
Okay, so it doesn't do anything with that one. I've got strip on that one, so probably we should try to free that up. So if we get this hit, it's 2 and 2 red, but if it goes well, still haven't got like an amazing chance to pressure this particularly. I think these are all standing up. Lovely. I know, Russ. Someone came to our door. How dare they? I know. A little bit rowdy, but I think we're at the point where we want to get a little bit rowdy. Put some pressure on this, force Dementor to consider either the early score or have a hard time keeping the ball safe. That's what I'm aiming at. Lovely. Needed the power and got the power. Okay. I'm not saying this is unsolvable because it's very solvable, I think, but it's a bit of pressure. It's at least some stuff for him to think about. Hey, Sigursex. Hargrim is not banned, no Stargate. Yeah, it's been an interesting game. I scored on my turn 7. I made a silly mistake to give Dementor a chain push for his 2-turn back. I think Dementor's played really well. I don't know if I've played well. I think Dementor's played really well. Yeah, trying now to give him some decisions on this orc offense as best I can. He's got a good orc team. Like, he's got a good amount of guards, got some really annoying stand firm. I'm having to let him take a few hits here to try and create a bit of pressure, which could end very badly for us.
I hope that player has written a will.
That is a removal. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one on the Witch Elf. Knew it was a risk. No armor break is nice. Gets a follow-up hit on that one.
They've got the advantage, but it is loose.
No armor break in there.
Nothing good comes from spending
time to try and get sized up on the wall somewhere.
This player likes to be well assisted. He seems a bit stuck.
Two into red. Don't love it. That's what we've got. Haven't forgotten someone, have I? No. Like, none of these are hard solves is the problem, are they? They're all just pretty straightforward. Stopped him from moving, but it doesn't really matter. He's close enough. He's got edge 2+. When he needs to move forward, he will. I think we've been quite lucky not to take more removals. But we are elves. We still have some chances to do things. Feels like they're getting harder all the time, but not all over.
So, should they be stomping on the player's neck with those studded boots that high?
Maybe I shouldn't have based that one up. It's a strip ball. Just didn't take that hit. Which is fair enough, isn't it? Actually, not sure that was the right move. That's what I've done. It's what I have done. And back off for a turn. maybe too aggressive. I don't know. Felt like we needed to slow them down after they pushed through so quickly, but maybe we should have been doing more screening sooner. Interesting. So he just wants the middle. It's hard to contain that edge 2 plus if he has the middle, isn't it? Is that your conclusion, Starferret? After long thought and much soul searching, people who play orcs hefty kick to their genitals. There was 8 orcs out of 50 teams at South Coast Championships this weekend. There's a lot of orcs. And they did pretty well. I hate that the big ones are movement 5. It's really obnoxious. They were tough enough at movement 4. Having them be movement 5, it's just not necessary. Love a knockdown. Got a knockdown, that's good. They're getting hit, but it just means they can't really come back this way. Kind of forces his direction a bit. No reroll for this, but I like the idea of tagging the tackle for this turn. Like the score is pretty easy here, but it gives me the 2-turn. Why so many? I think it was just a nice rule set for them. It was a nice rule set on paper for vampires as well. So I took vampires and I was the best vampire, but still didn't even make it into the top 10. So felt like I was a little bit on the wrong side of the dice in a couple of games. So my game 6, I was also just tired. Six games of vampires definitely like tests your stamina to keep making decisions. But yeah, I think it was a good rule set for orcs. Yeah, 6 games of bloodlust. It was a lot of dice rolls. I had my dice cup. I don't know if that makes things easier or less easy for the shaky. So we're not going for the score, I don't think. We're consolidating the position there. Problem is if they knock down both these, I won't have a scoring threat, which is a shame. I'd like to have a scoring threat. Played one game against Vashto's Vamps. It was exhausting. Yeah, it's a lot of dice, and like I always feel like I basically feel like I have to play with a chess clock if it's vampires, because if not, they just take too long, and I always feel like that's a bit of a like imposition as well. Okay, so they have not taken out all of our scoring threats. There's something. They are going to consolidate that cage before hitting the sidestepper. Smart.
That is as slippery as an eel.
Big armor break. Really big. Do we go for this at all or not? Like, I think we definitely like put in a scoring threat, make whatever they do scary. And then we could screen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So probably not good enough because Edge 2+, but I don't think we're going to sack it. Dementor's played it pretty cautiously, which is sensible. But if we put in the scoring threat and have a screen, it at least makes it like a little scary. Oh, that's a mistake. What have I done here? That should be there. Oh, I've given them the angle. Idiot. That's really dumb. Oh well. Oh, that should be there. Can't believe that stupid mistake. Made that so much easier. I just knocked that down. You've got the boo. Well, if anything fails, we're poised. Yeah, that's definitely the right way. Ooh, probably needs a knockdown. Well, doesn't need it, but easier with a knockdown. Yeah, I think it's worth a reroll when you've got 3. Don't think you're going to have... Don't think running out of rerolls is going to be the issue here. I think the issue here is basically just, will they roll a 1 in 9? That's pretty much our last hope. And it's so annoying because if that was there, like it should have been, then they would have to roll several 1 in 9 risks. So I did mess up. I think Dementor's played a tighter game than me, so he deserves to win. Like, I have made mistakes. Shadowy? Boo, indeed. Going to be our first loss in EireBB this season. I think it'll be a very, very hard one turn with movement 7. I think with the double stand firm, it's probably not even worth setting up for. Probably better to set up for the timeout. I'm sure it's possible. To be honest, my movement 7 110 is not even that great at the best of times, I don't think, let alone with double stand firm and then the guard here. To knock this down, hard dodge into here, start pushing that way. Got the side step. It's worth a go anyway, isn't it? I mean, it's going to require a hard 6 for sure. So, we definitely hit that. Be looking at, we have to use this, right? So we're looking at in here, hitting on what's almost certainly going to be an uphill. Second hit, again. No, second hit doesn't have to be an uphill. I feel like we need to fill. Don't side step. But I can't work out is whether I'm taking this hit or not. Like, is it? Guess I won't be using you again, so I guess it's okay too. And that doesn't help. Has to be double pushes, right? Like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah. I think that could have worked, but obviously it was so unlikely because it had to be double pushes right off the bat. Like I think like if we got the pushes, I think it would it could map out. It was incredibly unlikely because it was incredibly unlikely. I think it was possible. Well played, Dementor. I think you very much deserved that one. I'm kicking myself for silly mistakes on turn 8 of both drives. I knew I was giving you a chain push somewhere, and I think I was much easier than I had clocked on the turn 8. And then turn 16, I don't know what I was thinking. Like that player just should have been a square back and made you do more dodges. But you played a really tight offense. You hadn't given me a hit on the ball, so I think it was right to screen, but I just should have screened better. It was a terrible screen. because I put everyone 2 squares back except for that one player for some reason. So, yeah, I think you very much deserved the win. I think you played much better than I did.